What was the main problem in the story? Who
I
can
can't
tell
see what
me?
you're presenting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me share my screen with you.
That's okay.
Okay. A game of Foursquare. What is the main problem in the story? So who can tell me in this first story, what was our main problem? What was the big deal in the first story? Kylie, what was the main problem?
Um, both boys thought they had won.
Okay.
Thought they had won.
Where do I see the proof for that? What part of the
Uh,
story tells me that they both thought that they had won?
where it says, "I won," shouted Benny. No, it missed the line.
Okay. So we can see that they're arguing here. I won, shouted Benny. No, it missed the line. So one was saying that he won, and the other one was saying, no, you didn't. So we can go ahead and underline that. Very good eye. Glad you found that proof. So these two boys were arguing over who had won because one was saying, I made it. The other one was saying, no, no, you didn't. Are you ready for the second question, Heidine? Is that what you have your hand up for? Or do you have a different question?
I'm ready for the second question.
Okay. Well, question two then. What is the meaning of the word fuming as used in the story? What do you think, Heidine?
It means angry.
Okay, and what's your proof that it means angry?
They are still fuming. They didn't speak the rest of the day.
Oh, I like that. They were still fuming. They didn't speak the rest of the day. Irene, has that ever happened to you? Maybe like with a friend or with someone that you get mad at each other and then you don't even want to talk to each other for a while?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And sometimes it can happen for a while, right? Sometimes you're mad for a little bit and sometimes you're mad for like a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Very good proof. Angry. So they're so angry at each other that they're telling, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even want to look at you. Meh. So they were really angry about this game. What about question three? In the end, the reader could tell that blank. Who thinks they know the right answer for question? In the end, the reader could tell that blank. What could the reader tell at the end? Messiah?
That they become friends. Janaya. That they become that they weren't angry at each other.
Okay. And where do we see that they're not angry at each other anymore?
At the end, because they said they were gonna call each other, and then they sounded happy.
Okay. So at the end, they called each other, and you're right. They sounded happy to talk to each other now, right? They weren't still angry and I don't want to talk to you right now. Let's see. So, hello,
Are
Benny.
we,
And then
are
Benny
we
answered
gonna
quickly. And he said, hey, I was just going to call you. So both of them are talking to each other. They sounded excited. So we could tell that, you're right, both of them were sorry that they had gotten so mad at each other. They're sorry about the argument. Yes, Hedine.
are you gonna do stanzas?
For this one, no, because it's not a poem. Stanzas are only in poems. These ones are
Oh,
just
okay.
paragraphs.
Okay.
Okay. What happened at the climax of the story? So the big exciting part of the story. Who could tell me, what do you think the climax was? What's the climax, the big exciting part of that first story? Kylie?
Um, that both the boys called each other in the end.
Okay. So was the big exciting part was when they called each other?
Oh no, that's not it. The boys got mad because they thought they had won.
Okay, so both of the boys start to argue, and they keep fighting back and forth about who had won the the game, right?
Mhm.
So we have here again they're arguing, and then they get really angry, and they don't talk to each other, right?
Mhm.
Because right there, if we didn't have this last paragraph, it kind of sounds like they were gonna stop being friends, right? They stopped talking to each other, nothing. But then they get a chance to kind of relax, to calm down, and then they decide, you know what? We shouldn't fight like that. We should be friends still.
The very next day, they're
Hmm?
back in friends.
So we can say they argue and stop talking to each. All right. And then what about Tuesday's page? Necklace. Who can tell me for question number 1? What was Ember's problem in the story? On the second story now, the necklace. What was Ember's problem? Kaylee, what was Ember's problem?
She, her sister held on her.
Okay, and where do I see the proof for that?
Mm, um, oh,
If it's not in the story, I don't want to pick it. I have to have some kind of proof. What was the problem that Ember had in this story? Kylie, what do you think?
C.
C, her sister tattled on her. Where do I see that in the story?
Oh no, not C. D.
D, okay, where do I see that? She had begun to shoplift. Remember, we said shoplifting is like stealing. So where do we see stealing in the story?
Um. She would she would take it if she didn't have the money.
Okay, right there. She would take it if she didn't have the money to buy it. So even if she didn't have the money to pay for it, she didn't care. If she really wanted it, she would just steal it.
Hmm.
Okay. What about question 2? Who can tell me what was Cora's problem in the story? So not Ember's problem. What was Cora's problem? Kylie, you know that one too?
Hmm.
What was Cora's problem?
Was worried about her sister's chocolate. Um, she was worried about her sister shoplifting.
Okay. Where do we see that she's worried for her sister?
It says, mm, she was afraid her sister was going to get into really trouble someday.
Okay, she was afraid her sister was going to get
Into
into
real
real
trouble.
trouble some. What do you think? Do you think that's reasonable? Kylie, could she get in real trouble for stealing stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it makes sense that she was worried about her sister and her shoplifting. Question 3. How is Cora's problem solved? So that means how do they fix it? How do they fix Cora's problem? Aideen? How do they fix Cora's problem?
B. Oh, wait, no. Whoops, wrong one.
What do you think? How is Cora's problem solved?
She decided to talk to her mother about it.
That's very close, but that's our trick answer. Remember, Cora is the sister, the one who's worried about her. Oh, no, sorry. I was looking at the different one. Okay, yeah, you're right. So it was Cora was the one who decided to talk to her mom. What do you think she's going to talk to her mom about? Because it doesn't tell us in the story. But what do you think she's going to tell mom?
About her shoplifting.
About her sister shoplifting. Okay. So now question 4 is asking us about the sister, about Ember. How do you think Ember's problem will be resolved? How do you think they're going to solve Ember's problem? That Ember's problem was the shoplifting. How do you think they might solve that? What do you think, Bailey? How might they solve Ember's problem about the shoplifting? What do you think, Bailey? How could they help out Ember? How could they solve her problem? See, I don't think Bailey's microphone is working. Who can tell me? How could they solve Ember's problem? Kylie? How could they solve her problem?
If she comes with money.
Okay, so if she takes money when she wants to buy something, that's one way.
And also gives it back.
Okay, so that's a good idea. Maybe give back the stuff that she took. Does anyone else have a different answer how they could solve her problem? So Kylie said that she could bring money with her when she wants to get stuff. She could give back the things that she already took. Alexa, what do you think?
Maybe her parents can talk to her about not shoplifting.
Okay, so mom or dad could talk to her about shoplifting, about stopping. Aideen, what do you think?
I think when her sister tells her mom about it, that's how the problem helps.
So that could help. So she can, we have really good ideas. So she can bring money. She can give back the stuff. And we said that mom or dad could talk to her. And then Aideen said just the sister letting mom know can help to solve the problem. Because then maybe mom knows to talk to her. Mom can help her stop. Very good, guys. Very good job on these two. You guys did awesome today.